Peace to everybody. This is about R. Kelly judge orders lawyers not to talk about new evidence. And I have to say it's about time the lawyers are not allowed to talk about the new evidence, because it finally shut them up for once and for all. As you can see in the picture is R. Kelly, who is still in jail, and he's not going anywhere. A federal judge in Chicago on Wednesday barred attorneys from divulging new evidence in R. Kelly's child pornography case, saying he wants to ensure the celebrity case is tried in court, not in the media. So the judge has ordered R. Kelly's attorneys from saying anything about the new evidence, and they are barred from it. So they cannot say a single word about it, because they want to ensure the celebrity case is tried in court, not in the media. Because, as you know, R. Kelly's attorneys are yapping to the media too much. The R&B singer's attorneys objected to Judge Harry Leuenweber's protective order, complaining it would unfairly muzzle them as Kelly's accusers appeared on TV shows and documentaries characterizing the evidence. So now the attorneys are objecting to the judge's order. Well, you know what? Once the order is in, it's in. There's no ands, ifs, and buts about it. So it finally shut them up for once. And of course, complaining it would unfairly muzzle them as Kelly's accusers appeared on TV shows and documentaries characterizing the evidence. Well, you know, the girls have the right to come out and tell their story, what R. Kelly has done. So now the attorneys are mad because they can't say nothing. They are all giving their version of the facts. We should be able to respond, said one of Kelly's lawyers, Michael Leonard. They are putting in the public domain and tainting the jury pool. How do you taint the jury pool if they're coming out with the evidence and one of the attorneys saying, "Oh, we should be able to respond"? No, you can't, because once the judge has put a gag order on your mouth, that's it. You can't come out and say nothing about new evidence of anything. Prosecutor Angle Kroll disputed the portrayal of witnesses speaking widely in public, saying only one of 5 accusers spoke in the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which earlier this year helped renew interest in allegations leveled at Kelly for decades. And so the prosecutor Angle has disputed the portrayal of witnesses speaking widely in public, which they have a right to. The witnesses are allowed to speak in public, but the R. Kelly's lawyers, no, they are not allowed to say nothing because the judge has ordered it. More generally, she said that the vast majority of our evidence has never seen the light of day and should be held from public scrutiny until trial. Yeah, so she's coming out saying the vast majority of our evidence has never seen the light of day, and of course it'll be held from public scrutiny until trial. But with R. Kelly's lawyers, I'm so glad the judge shut them up finally. Kelly, 52, is jailed in the case on charges that also include coaxing minors to engage in sex. Marshals are transporting him to New York for a Friday arraignment on related charges, and he faces similar Illinois charges brought by Cook County prosecutors. Kelly, who didn't attend Wednesday's hearing in Chicago, has denied any wrongdoing. Well, you know what? R. Kelly could deny all he wants because he know what he did, and there's tapes out there having sex with underage girl, and and he's trying to say, "Oh, I didn't do that." Yeah, he did. He did what he did to the girls, and that's why they came out and spoke about it. And of course, he will be in New York City Friday for an arraignment on related charges like racketeering and that. So this is why he's still in jail, and of course he's 52 years old, and of course he's going to keep denying any wrongdoing. But the first time he was acquitted from child pornography thing, he bought his acquittal. Lee Edwin Weber's order isn't a gag on all public comments by lawyers. For now, they simply can't speak about evidence not yet released publicly. He told defense lawyers Wednesday that they can always come back to court and ask him for permission to speak publicly on new evidence if Kelly's accusers or their spokesman comment on it first. So there isn't really an order. The order isn't a gag on all public comments by lawyers. So there's only certain things they are allowed and not allowed to say at all. So of course, and so far they are not allowed to speak about new evidence not yet released publicly. So that shuts them up right there. If Kelly's accusers or their spokesman commented on first, then of course they're going to say something, obviously. But when it comes to Steve Greenberg, he needs to shut up. So, and he finally got his order to shut up about any new evidence, and other lawyers too. The judge also said he'd like to aim for an April 2020 trial. He said he'd fix a date during the next status hearing on September 4th. So now the judge is saying that he wants to get this fixing to aim for an April 2020 trial. Now that's a long ways off. How much longer is R. Kelly going to stick around? If he's in jail, then he can't go nowhere, really. And of course, to fix a date during the next status hearing on September 4th, and of course, it's just going to be a hearing, nothing else. And of course, what R. Kelly's attorneys, like I said, they're not allowed to speak on new evidence, so they could only speak certain things, and that's it. Leave your comments below. I am out.